If you have some idea of what your dreams are, but you haven't taken that first step towards them, this could be why. Ironically, this applies especially to people who are already extremely successful in one or more parts of their lives. When I sit in my living room that my lovely wife designed, and I look through the glass of the French doors, I can see this massive oak tree. It's mature, and it has about 3 main limbs coming off of the main trunk. What I'll see often as I look out the window is a squirrel run up off the ground onto the trunk and just kind of freeze. And his little head starts clicking around from option to option, as if he's trying to determine which limb will lead to the most acorns. He appears to be frozen in indecision, because as he looks up, he's overwhelmed with the multitude of branches, where they lead, where they started. It's a maze. From his current vantage point, he can't see where the end is. Similarly, you're on the main trunk. This is all well and good until at some point you hear a call or a voice that starts asking questions. Is this my dream? From there, we might actually have ideas about what our dreams are based on what they were years ago. Maybe we wanted to be a teacher or a coach or an artist. But the problem is that we don't know much about those other than cliches. The kindergarten teacher that deals with little kids all day, the high school coach that has to yell at teenagers, the starving artist. These can send us into a thought loop that gets us stuck because none of those options work for us. When we try to fit that into what might already be a pretty mature lifestyle and identity of who we are, they just don't fit. And so we have this dream, this inkling of a dream, but we can't find ourselves taking a step in that direction. So what do? We spend years longer in a job that's unfulfilling. We continue to do whatever we have been doing and we just stay the course. So here's what I love showing people. Those 3 branches, those are just the beginning. Those 3 branches lead to a dozen other branches, which lead to 100 other branches, or even thousands of other branches. So what feels like a choice between A, B, and C is actually just the starting point for a journey that continues to unfold as time goes on. So what's a squirrel to do? Well, people who have done it, they all have the same thing to say. I never could have imagined all the opportunities, all the people, all the things that would have come into my life and what this thing would have transformed into from the beginning. Clarity comes from taking those steps. I help you take that first step. I love watching a client's energy shift and then being able to take that first step, even though they can't imagine the end result of where it might lead.